Welcome back to the Detroit Tigers franchise on MLB the Show 20. I'm your host, longtime listener. Drop a like, subscribe, or comment below as we are going to have a look at the results from our 2021 MLB entry draft. This class was not as deep as the previous season's class was, but all in all, I feel like we got kind of what we were looking for. The one thing I really wanted to get was a shortstop. Unfortunately, that opportunity never really presented itself. There weren't a lot of really solid options there with good potential. So what we did do was spring for a second baseman with our first pick, Mr. Freddie Avalos. He's a B potential, 20-year-old, right-handed hitting, right-handed throwing, obviously, second baseman. Now, it does not list him as a dual position player. But this guy is a 75 overall and just a solid ball player across the board. If you look at the ratings around that wheel, they were all pretty well developed. He's a guy that does well both against righties and lefties in terms of his contact and power ratings. His vision and discipline are both acceptable. Durability is okay. He's got a decent glove, a decent arm, although it's not very accuracy, but hopefully at second base that's not a huge issue. And he does have decent speed. So this is a guy that realistically, after a year or two, could be up in the major leagues. Probably 1 year. Because we've got a couple of second basemen on the roster that we're just not super crazy about. But anyway, our next pick was Marco Corona. Didn't think this guy would fall to us, but I was actually debating taking him in the first round. He's a switch hitting left fielder, decent against righties in terms of just overall. He doesn't have a ton of power on either side of the plate, but he does have pretty good contact against righties, respectable contact against lefties, very good discipline or vision. The discipline could come up a little bit, but he's got very good durability and good speed. Now, where he's lacking is definitely in the field, so he's going to have to get better defensively if we're going to use him on a regular basis. Next, we took 22-year-old right-handed starting pitcher Adrian Pinto. He's got a 4-pitch combo. Pretty good ratings overall. He's a 70. The C potential was down from where I thought he was going to land, so I was a little bit disappointed there. But his pitching ratings across the board are actually pretty good. He's not very good defensively, but not a huge issue. He's got good velocity, good breaking stuff, and the command is actually pretty solid. So I think this guy could be a pretty good pitcher for us in a couple of years if he has a couple of solid seasons in the minors. Then we took a right-handed relief pitcher in Thomas Hendricks. This guy is an A potential and a 70 overall. He's got a 4-pitch mix as well. Throws very hard with the fastball. The base mile per hour rating at 96 miles an hour, which is really good. And then he's going to keep the ball in the ballpark and strike a lot of guys out. So you like that out of a reliever. It's going to be a question as to whether his command will be solid enough, but he's 6'5", 189 pounds. If this guy puts on a little bit of weight and muscle, he could be a really good option for us out of the bullpen. Our next pick was Amos Batts. Now, he's a D potential, so we're not real crazy about that, but he's a 71 overall, 18 years old, and a switch hitter. So, if he has a couple good seasons at Double-A, that potential could come up, and then this guy could be a really good player by the time he's in his earlier mid-20s. He's already got really good contact both against lefties and righties, decent plate skills. He's got a good arm, but the rest of his defense is just average, and his speed is average. So I really like this pick. I wish the potential was higher, but like I said, if he has a couple of good years in the minors, he's still young and could come a long way. Then we took Gregorio Pineda. A little bit disappointed with this pick in that the potential is a D, but again, he's 18 years old, and if you look at what he's got, he hits lefties very well in terms of his contact ratings, and he does have good plate skills and very good speed. The defense is pathetic, and that's an issue, but again, at 18 years old, you never know what this guy could turn into. So we'll give him a shot in the minors and see if he develops. And then finally, we took Jeff Moffitt, another outfielder. We were really thin at corner outfield, so we kind of tried to add there, especially right field. And here's Jeff Moffitt, another guy that hits lefties pretty well. He's actually got really good offensive ratings for our last pick in the draft. 21 years old. He's a C potential. Again, the defense is not very good. So that's going to have to come along for him to get regular time at the major league level, but he's got decent speed as well. So, all in all, not really a bad draft class. I wish we would have gotten a true shortstop, but we'll see if we can convert Avalos to a dual position player and maybe get him some time there. But guys, that is going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Drop a like, comment below, subscribe, and we will see you all next time.